What was going on in TNA at that time? Because I feel like that was the exodus of a lot of big people at that time.
Well, I left. So my contract was up, I think at the end of a European tour. And at the time, it was tough. AJ had gone. I totally disagreed with that. I was livid about it because the situation was horseshit. How they treated him was disgusting, especially
They offered him a huge pay cut.
Well, and like it was disgusting because he was the hardest working guy, and he was the guy that was like married to me on the when we did house shows. A lot of these other guys here, they didn't do house shows. No, it was me and AJ at the top. I mean, that's why we worked so much together, and I know him like the back of my hand because every single house show, the main event was AJ Styles, Samoa Joe for TNA for 5 years, and that sat wrong with me. And then I remember we were over in the UK, and we were trying to book a title. I think Low Key was X Division champion, but the night before he had gotten smacked in the head accidentally with a pipe by Drew McIntyre, was bleeding very badly and had like a head injury. And I was concerned for him because I was like, it's not good, and he was still X Division champion. So they were trying to figure out a way to get the belt off him the next night. And all the parties involved, it was involving Austin Aries and Spud and all these guys. Everybody was arguing how it should go down and this and that. And I don't want to get into it because I don't want to really hurt anybody because some people do look real bad in this story. But essentially, there was no, we were about to go to the curtain, and there was no set game plan about how this title change is going to go down.
Huh.
And it was something where I think I was replacing Key in wrestling for him or something like that. And it was all convoluted, very, very, and nobody was really trying to get the situation solved. They looked around, creative guys are all over the place. And I ended up at the curtain just kind of booking the whole segment and not telling anybody, just going, this is how we're going to do it. Because I was trying to keep certain people safe, especially Low Key, who was, concussed, had a big gash and bleeding all over the place. And I didn't want him to take any bumps or get hurt, and get everybody organized. We do the thing. I walk in the back, and I have just booked a title change in a company, and nobody cares. Nobody's like, oh, everybody's like, oh, that was good. And nobody was like, oh, that's not what we talked about. What was that? Everybody was just like, okay, cool. And I was like, this is why we care now. And then I remember afterwards, I talked to Dixie at a after party, and I said, hey, I think I'm done. She goes, oh, with wrestling? I go, no, I think I'm done here because my contract was expiring. And we tried to have a meeting at the time with John Gaborik. He had been drinking a little bit, and he popped off. And I was about to like escalate, and I just went, I'm done. Thank you guys. And I remember I flew home, and that was the last I ever saw TNA.
Wow. But when people think of TNA, you're one of the people that like immediately comes to mind.
I hope so. But at the same time, like, they've had a great history since me, and, a lot of those guys, I hope, get the credit they're due too.